Okay. So far, the only real problem with this game that I have is that there are some writing quirks that I don't quite understand. That's about it, though. Generally, no pun intended, the writing here is really good. And my gosh, wow. The atmosphere is impeccably, dare I say, brilliant. Intimidating. Okay. Let's go 2 by 2. Oh, or 3 by 3. Oh, get up there, get up there. Hey, excuse me. Ooh. Okay, let's take a second to listen to this music. Okay, that's enough. Hello, sir. Would you like to make an appointment to meet with the innovators? Yes. What is your business here? I'm proposing a new policy. Okay. The receptionist types. There's an opening right now. Would you like me to book it for you? Sounds great. Okay, thank you, sir. Just head through that door and follow the directions to the Judgment Hall on the top floor. Whoa! That music cue came at the perfect time. I have to question this campus's architecture, though. I mean, there is a certain charm to how, like, barely put together the environment sometimes looks. It may or may not have been the intention that the developer was going for, but I kind of like it. Like in the overworld, oh no! Shit! Like in the overworld, the river on the left side was just 2 big giant rectangles. Just slapped together, and you can tell by the little outline in between the 2 big rectangles. And I kind of like that. There's a certain charm to it. Okay. This time, take it slow. There we go. Oh, there we go. Over there. We have arrived. Yuto enters an elevator and it takes him upwards to the Judgment Hall. I feel we're about to hit a climax to this game. My gosh. Some impossible architecture. An office worker is walking about the hallway. Ah, geez, week's barely even half over. The worker sighs. Man, better get all these trial papers filed before lunch. All this talk of restaurants and lunch. I am really hungry. After this session, I am definitely going to order some Domino's. A woman is standing near a water cooler. Excuse me, do you know where the Judgment Hall is? Oh, you just keep going up, just upwards here. Upwards? I mean, this is downwards? Yeah, I'm not sure why I even bothered going down there. Oh, 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 oh! Oh, oh! Hey, ain't that some shit, guy? Hey! Hey, are you here for an appointment? Oh yeah! Good luck. You're gonna need it. What about you? I just do the paperwork. Nope. These walls could use some gussying up. If I worked at a place like this, it'd be supremely depressing. Like getting lost, somehow. Oh, here we go. Woo! Oh my. This game is successfully building tension. I wonder what's going to happen. Is that YHVH? My gosh, it is! Stand up here. Oh boy. It's gonna be big. Hello, Yuto. Confirm you have come here to pitch a new policy. Yes, that's correct. I am the innovator Avatar, an AI formed from the mind of the great technology CEO who spearheaded the Innovators political party. With us today are the AIs of 20 other board members who will act as a jury. This is far more intimidating serious than I thought it was going to be. I see it as your first time. Welcome. We appreciate our citizens' input. Secretly, though, we're all a bunch of dicks. Your policy proposal, rejected or accepted, will be stored in our database. Feel free to start when ready. Okay. Oh, my. Okay. Deep breath. My policy is related to the restaurant industry. Computer. Industry is restaurant. Our computer system will categorize your proposal as you speak. The policy involves the creation of innovation grants. Computer. Category. Economic. The creation of innovation grants through an income tax of 0.5% on top of the 10% of restaurants in Chicago. On the top 10% of restaurants in Chicago, the funds from these grants will be distributed to the lowest earning 50% of restaurants in Chicago. Computer. Action. Tax increase. Moreover, I propose a new program in which bigger restaurants help to advertise similar, smaller restaurants. Computer. Action. Social capital redistribution. In particular, it would likely help out the Asian restaurant market, where workers struggle to find customer bases. Too much computer. I met one owner from Dulcet 777, a restaurant in Argyle, who pledged her support for the program. While she works hard, she has trouble competing with restaurants with more resources. She mentioned her friends would be interested as well. Computer. Supported by small restaurant owners. That's all. Thank you. We will now analyze. Your policy includes this dangerous possibility. Oh no! Not an incremental tax increase! Okay, hold on. Trying to pick something up here. Innovative restaurants will feel too much pressure if Innovative restaurants will feel too much pressure if taxed more than needed. In the long run, this will reduce the quality of life in Chicago. Well, no, it wouldn't lower the quality of life. Or, I guess it would. You sound unsure. I guess, yeah, big restaurants would do a better job spending that 0.5% of income. Yuto. Question. If those restaurants are failing, then shouldn't their owners seek jobs in other industries, such as programming? According to our data, the Chicago restaurant industry is 60% oversaturated. That is the real problem. Shouldn't the owners just seek business elsewhere? What if they really want to run a restaurant? He sounds like Yuto is doing what I would do. I would crack under the pressure and be like, you know what, yeah, but wait, no. The way forward is not your policy. It is to move these failing workers into another industry, like programming or data analysis. But you think we miscalculated? While you have merely one person who claims this would be beneficial policy. The jury deliberates. The jury has come to a decision. Computer, 0 votes in favor of policy. 0 approval implies the policy is dangerous to our society. Therefore, we must assign you a punishment based on your past actions and thoughts. Wait, what? Computer, threat, radicalization of others. Computer, suggested punishment, execution. Oh God! Wait, no! Yuto, you are making a contribution today. Without your sacrifice, we won't be able to make our society better. Thanks for your valuable input. A violent force restrains Yuto's body. Some kind of gas fills the air. Yuto's feel lighter until everything begins to go white. I'm scared. What'll happen? What such sacrifice was made? I'm still somewhere. In fact, I'm in... top right. I'm in somewhere's meadow. No comment, just... I guess we keep trucking along. I mean, to no surprise, I mean... This is... very fever dreamish. I mean, we are in somebody's head, after all. Yuto looks up at General and yells, General, is that you? Where am I? I almost died. What were you thinking? From the surface of the pond and a cool breeze... from the surface of the pond and a cool breeze wafts over Yuto. General looks down at Yuto. Hey! General, answer me! General shrugs off Yuto's anger and quietly responds, Yuto, I understand your... No, you don't! I want you to answer my questions and then get me out of here! Why was my father working in Chicago? Yuto, he was also helping in the same field as me, immigrant rights. Near the end of college, he decided to go work in that field. Always working hard despite slow progress and little fanfare. Why'd he leave my mom and I? Does he know how bad it made my mom feel? That... I don't know, but he did mention you from time to time. What did he say? That he didn't know how to approach you, or if he should. That he felt bad about it, and that he knew nothing could make up for such behavior. It's such an unforgivable thing, I know. After years of it coming up, he just wanted me to talk with you or meet you in some way. And who is this supposed to be? To show you what his life turned out to be. Did he somehow, like, conjure, like, this... person, just in case he went inside his brain to talk with them, and ultimately, it's up to you to decide what to make of this. Yuto looks down the pool in silence. Don't worry about that failure with the innovators. It was a crazy plan anyways. No one would make an amateur do something like run up to the innovators by themselves. You are protected, though, after all. You're just a visitor to my world. Yuto sighs, relaxing a bit. General speaks. Yuto, did you really think you could convince the innovators of that policy? Well, I guess not. So why were you trying so hard? I guess because you told me to. There was something about that restaurant owner with bad business. I just felt really sorry. I don't know why. I guess I never get the chance to talk about that kind of stuff. I mean, that could have been me, right? An Asian restaurant owner. Asian? What do you mean, General asks. You know, Asian from Asia. She may have been from Asia, but you have little in common, yeah? What do you know about that restaurant owner or cooking? Well, I mean, I wasn't saying I was the same, it's just that there's this feeling of, I don't know, like we have something in common. Well, I think you're thinking in the right direction, but perhaps superficially. Asia is so big. I don't think you can claim having something in common just because you look similar. Asia has so many cultures, people, histories. In a way, the term is almost uselessly general. But if you research something about other causes, other issues, then one day you could share common understandings. Well, I was just trying to help. Oh, I know. It's just perhaps there's more than just looking like her that made you feel sympathy. Anyways, we have something we should show you. One more request. Don't worry, no policies involved. No politics, thank gosh. General smiles. Just follow me one more time, okay? Okay, so he's trying to teach me a lesson. What's that over there? Going down. Oh. Didn't even see that. I am thinking we're almost done. Yuto? Can you hear me? It's me, General. What's wrong with the checker room? The doctor's voice calls out. Familiar voice! Yuto, is that you? Yuto! Can you get out of there? Your father is going to pass soon. Try looking for the staircase. Another voice. Hold on, Yuto, not so fast. Huh? Who is that? Yuto? Yuto, ignore him for now and enter the door ahead. Are you sure the checker room will be fine? What if I can't get out? You'll be okay, I promise, General says. Yuto, don't listen to whoever that is. Hey, hello? The last sound of the doctor's voice fades away. General speaks again. Hurry up, he's not wrong about your father's condition, but there's someone I want you to talk to beyond that door. Okay. Are we going to eventually learn the identity of this general? Oh? Oh. That's the figure from the beginning of the game! Welcome to Narita Airport. Are you... me? Not your father. I'm just here to explain something. I'm just a plot device, don't worry about it. Oh, well, I wasn't... Are you familiar with Narita? Yes, I've used the airport for work. Since the 1960s, farmers and others have protested against the construction of Narita Airport. The government originally gave the construction site's land to poor farmers, but of course, to aid Japan's growth, that land was soon taken away. Having just finished working the land, farmers weren't pleased. Many didn't want to move. Didn't they do something about it? Of course, they protested, but in the end, their cause was too fragmented between different parties of farmers and activists. And then the airport was built. A lot like how the, what's it called? The Mount Rushmore with the Native Americans. A lot like that. We are at the site of Narita, near the ruins of the protesters' HQ. Before we know it, it'll all be built over. Lost to the cycles of development. Doesn't sound very fair, but isn't it kind of in the past now? Interesting, I guess, but the whole effort feels a little futile now. Not so sure about that. You know, even gestures smaller than protests will influence friends and communities. These efforts even ripple beyond the borders of one country, into other parts of Asia, Europe, the Americas. I'm not even talking about donating money, but the mere acts of being present, listening, helping. Now, Yuto, tell me then, who are you influencing? Well, I'll let you think about that one. You ought to get going. Oh. Is this a fun place to be? Can I go here? Oh. Perhaps yes. Perhaps no. Okay. More invisible walls. Damn, okay. I guess we just go back? Is that correct? Oh, I could have just done this. Oh, okay. Some new stuff. I was correct in going back. Oh. General, how do I get out of here? I'm worried there might not be much time left. It's okay, Yuto. Tell me, how was Japan? Yuto sighs. The decay at the checker room seems to slow. It was alright, but why send me there? It seemed a little random. Well, did you know anything about Narita beforehand? No, I didn't. Well, when you helped that restaurant owner, what you felt was genuine, but remember how you felt like you wanted to help her because she was Asian? Yuto looks up, gazing around the checker room. Oh, well, yeah. We just want you to think a little about that word, Asian. It's good that you cared about that restaurant owner, but it's possible you had little in common with upbringing, or your cultural makeup, or interests. Though your care came from a genuine place, perhaps it's better if that care comes from a slightly different place. One that is based in concern for her conditions, not just sympathy you feel when a similar-looking person suffers. Think about every Asian person you've met in your life. High school friends, coworkers, relatives, mentors. They don't all look the same, and their backgrounds are so different, whether they be immigrants, second generations like yourself, or visitors to America. And think about how all suffering restaurant owners aren't necessarily Asian. When you focus on feeling Asian sympathy, you might miss out on a lot. He has a point. You might say overlook the many issues that people face in other countries. You might overlook the ways by which you can contribute to those causes, ways to share common goals with others, and possibly make better sounding policies. I didn't mean to. Don't worry about it. As long as you're alive, there's always more time to understand. Speaking of which, we gotta get out of here! Yuto sighs. How come my father had known all this too? He just sounds so different from the father my mother told me about. I think both versions of your father are valid and real. I guess you can put it this way. The father your mother knew, and his offenses, don't invalidate the work he went on to do. And likewise, the version of your father I knew, his good doesn't make up for what he did to you. Fair enough. Well, of course it doesn't. It doesn't matter to me what he did. He still deserved a life of guilt. Yuto takes a moment to think, letting his gaze wander. But at least he never did the same thing to any other family. General, are you still alive on my Earth? I might be. But between my Earth and yours, details change, often names. So who knows what my name might be back in your world. But one thing's for sure, I was your father's friend, so the possibility of finding me might exist. Maybe it's time for a research project. Yeah, maybe. I have to think about it. Alright. Now, I'm really not sure how much time is left. Goodbye, Yuto. It's time for you to go back. Okay. Thanks, General. Yuto approaches the staircase, walking upwards. A force takes over his body, moving it upwards. He can hear the voice of the doctor calling. The last remnants of the checker room crumble and fade away, severing the link to the father's memory world. God, that was some adventure. Whoa, boy, we're back. We're fine. We're okay. Story over. Doctor looks up in surprise at the memory world interfacing device. Yuto, wake up! Hey! General? General? Who's General? General is gone? Yuto, you're back! Yuto looks over at the doctor. Oh? What happened in there, Yuto? We received multiple panic calls from your mother. You weren't supposed to stay a whole day. I'm sorry, I really am, Doctor, but I'm back now, right? It was almost like a dream. It was a visualization, remember? It may have felt real, but it was all conjured somehow from your father. I'm not sure about that, Doctor. It seemed like more than a visualization. I think there's more to the memory world than just my father's memories. After we lost contact and I went further in, I met someone strange. What? Who? Your father? No, someone else. Someone who knew my father. And that I think might exist in real life. Yuto tells the doctor about the events in the memory world about General and the alternate Chicago. He gives a final goodbye to his father, leaves the hospital, and calls his mother. And that is the story of Yuto. So, class, what have we learned today? Thank you for playing All Our Ages. Please share the game with someone you know. I'm technically doing just that. Tell your best friend or tell your crush. Tell your favorite streamer, or tell your favorite writer. Tell your teacher, or tell your students. Maybe you can even reconnect with someone to whom you thought was lost to time. If you'd like to support me, please purchase the fan pack from the website you downloaded this game at. Or buy the soundtrack on my Bandcamp page. You can also... This is so weird. You can also join my newsletter at handtiny.com. We'll stay in touch. You can also play an older game of mine, like Anodyne, or even The Ocean. And now, for the credits. You all did a great job. I liked this a lot. It was a very weird, interesting experience. All other art, music, coding, design, marketing by Sean Tani. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. All our ASIAS couldn't have been made without the help of the following supporters. All the players of my past games, thank you! I'm one of them. All testers. And the guys. The people. Lots of people. Thanks to Unity for such an accessible game-making tool, as well as more people. Thanks to activists and creators of all the wonderful music, games, film, visual art, and writing which influenced this game. Thanks to the School of Art Institute of Chicago for allowing me to teach game design and music. Oh, wow! Thanks to my students, as teaching you has led me to many ways of rethinking my design process. Oh, and I've added an option to the pause menu, Infinite Fly. It might be of use. Huh? Do what you want with it. Lastly, is there something you missed in the game, something you could have overlooked? I don't necessarily mean a secret, though it's possible you missed something. I also mean things about the game, something a friend noticed, or paid particular attention to, that you didn't. When we come to play a game, we bring in our own ways of seeing, reading, traversing the game. Our own filters. That is, maybe other players will know something you don't, inside or outside the game. It's worth asking. Again, thanks for playing. This has been a game by Sean Tani. Boy, alright! Woo! What's your purpose here? Who are you? This is the end of the game and non-canon! You can use these portals on the above floor to revisit areas. Don't forget about Infinite Fly Mode! Also, you can always return here by using the new pause menu option. Neato! You know what? I may actually come back here and do some exploring. Okay, I guess that was all our ASIAS. This is the very first game that I've completed on my new-ish Let's Play channel. For the very few who have made it this far, have listened to my constant hourgetic stuttering, pardon me, I'm wiped out, and I can finally move on to playing some other games. Thank you, Sean Tani, right, for making this game. It was a great ride. And I will see you guys in my other videos. So long.